Alright, as you probably hear, I've done some adjustments on my mic and on my mic itself and OBS. Let me know what you think below. Alright, but let's get to the video, alright? Today's video, alright? What I'm going to be doing is something a little different. Turn it down a little bit so it makes sure the mic don't pick it up, alright? So, I'm going to try to do this video as simply as possible, okay? The point to what I'm going to be doing in this video, alright? Is hopefully going to help you, my viewers, be a little more informed who you digest your news from. If that makes any sense, right? Because we got this thing going on, all right? We got a lot of all these like independent, all right, news sources, talk shows and stuff like that, all right? Okay, but what I'm going for is a little different here. I'm going to be showing you how the person handles taking questions and how they may or may not avoid taking questions. Right? I was hoping to find a clip, okay, from this one show that a certain internet talking person appeared on, okay? And what happened was the guy just started talking, not letting him answer, right? He kind of maybe went towards edgewise, and he literally was contradicting himself. He was so desperate to make sure he couldn't respond. I couldn't find the clip, all right? Okay? But let's get into it, okay? I'm going to show you what I think sums it up, okay? When a person's basically is given a question and they don't want to, and they're basically not going to answer. There's multiple ways of handling that, and that is, now, to show you, okay, this is Forbes breaking, okay, full town hall, Kamala Harris, hope everyone for the type up, okay? I want you to watch how Kamala Harris is going to talk, which you can say with this question, okay?
That has endangered the lives of Haitian people and anybody who looks Haitian. Everybody in America feels for that. And I also, Justin.
Drugs and human beings. I take very seriously.
What would be your specific steps?
That has endangered the lives of Haitian people and anybody who looks Haitian. Everybody in America feels for that. And I also, everybody in America, left, right, middle, has...
I was going to try to get to the question part, okay?
And I'm told that Justin, where are you in the audience? Justin.
Hello.
In our audience.
Hello, Madam Vice President.
You live in Michigan.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you love saying hello, Madam Vice President?
I do.
All right.
What's your question? It's an immigration question.
Question for you is, when you become president, what would be your specific steps? Yeah, of course. What would be your specific steps to strengthening the border?
So it's a wonderful and important question. My background was as a prosecutor, and I was also...
You see, you know how she's going straight into her background, blah, 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 okay? This is filler. This is just trying to pad for time, because she's trying to think up what to say. She doesn't have the answer that she wants to give. All right?
For the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings.
Right? She ain't saying what she plans to do about it,
the importance
what bills, or how she would approach it. You see what I'm saying?
And ensuring the safety of the American people. Sadly, where we are now can be traced most recently back to the fact that when the United States Congress, members of the Congress, including some of the most conservative Republicans, came up with a
you see, that's basically passing the blame.
And here's what that border security bill would have
This isn't what she plans to do as president, or how she would approach it.
At the border. Let me tell you, those border agents are working around the clock. It would have just been about giving them some support and relief, which is probably why the border agents actually endorsed the bill.
All right. So I'm not going to get to that, okay? I just wanted to show you that, all right? But you can literally watch almost any clip of Kamala Harris taking questions, all right? And see that she will literally pad for time. All right? That's one example of literally not wanting to answer the question. All right? Okay, another example of this was, okay, John Stossel had William Shatner on once, and he was saying how the Enterprise would not get off of the ground, and then Shatner was like, it will get off the ground because I will be there. He didn't follow up with the question, how would you help it get off the ground? All right, that's another example, right? I want you to just think of these things when you're watching anybody do an interview. In fact, The View is the most notorious for this. They will literally have a token conservative on there, and they will yell and talk and prevent the person from saying anything. They've done that so much. All right. Now let's say, for the sake of argument, okay, I'm running for like president or something, okay, and they ask me, David, how would you help the economy? I would just simply go straight to the point and say, I would make all industry, manufacturing, tax exempt. Point blank. All right. Next question. All right. That don't help. And just like the Joe Biden's press secretary, KJP. All right. She'll get a question she don't like, and she'll go, "That's racist. That's bigoted." No explanation how it is. I want you to think about that next time you read any news articles or interviews or somebody taking questions. If they do a lot of padding and filling for time while they try to figure out what to say, move on. That means that means they don't want whatever they say. It's going to be a lie anyways. Of course. I mean, it's been crazy. All right. So what do you think about that? Next time you're watching an interview or something, all right? Because if they aren't staying consistent with what they're saying or how they plan to do it or what'll help, all right, it's going to be a lie too. I mean, just like John Stossel had somebody on his YouTube channel, and she was so over-prepared. She even pointed out how more children are killed in car accidents than walking. She was that over-prepared. She was over-prepared with data, facts. John Stossel didn't have much he could say. She was too prepared. And that was fantastic. All right? Nothing like somebody that's over-prepared for a sit-down interview. All right? Even when John Stossel had done an interview with Dirty Jobs guy, he uploaded his edited version for YouTube, and then he uploaded the full version of it, and even he was well prepared about how safety first cannot be first, because you wouldn't really do any great accomplishments if you have safety first. Because stop thinking about it, the first motorized carriage. I mean, if you do safety first, I mean, what's the chances of it actually going to go? Or heck, even the space shuttle or the rockets, if safety was first, you wouldn't do anything. It's really something to see, when you actually look at it through the lens of scrutiny. All right, I could do a whole other video on this, but I'm going to just go ahead and just roll it in this one too. Perfect example of this is all of the activist organizations. None of them abolished. The anti-Vietnam War activists became anti-nuclear power activists. They will literally find anything that they think that can basically grab onto your emotions and then basically exploit that, because they make big money from doing this activism crap. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, perfect example is the United States is the most tolerant country on earth, all right? And yet they keep crying racism, sexism, all this, okay? And we had the Cosby Show, all right? We had, all right? We had the spin-off from All in the Family, I think it was, all right? We've had many shows back in the day that wasn't all white people, all right? There's other countries out there where a lot of things that they're like, hey, we want to be recognized, we want you to talk about us, would be literally executed if they came out publicly. They're not doing it to help people or raise people up. They're doing it for one simple fact, one simple thing only: money and donations. Just like the Black Lives Matter Corporation. They bought flipping mansions. They didn't invest that money back into their communities. They bought mansions with it. I want you to think about that for a minute. All right. I'm going to roll that one in with this one because otherwise this video would be probably under 6 minutes. All right. Another example of something too that I don't want you to think about, okay, is I watched Cenk Uygur when he was saying he was going to run for president. He was going to be on Temple. He did an interview on Temple. I wanted Temple to ask him about how his double standard is with Democrats and Republicans. Like when Democrats are getting harassed, he basically says that that's wrong, but then when the Republicans are getting harassed, he was saying that's fine. I want you to just think about that, all right? You can literally, if you see a political bias from what news source you're reading or watching, and how they talk about one political party or one group of people over another group of people or another political party, you might want to think twice about getting your information from somewhere else. Because it ain't going to help you make an informed decision. It's not going to help. No way is it going to help you. I mean, the biggest dead giveaway that mainstream media is not actually reporters and journalists was when J.D. Vance landed at the same airport as the Harris campaign. He walked straight up to the reporters, said hi to them, give them an opportunity to ask them any questions. They stood there not knowing what to say or ask him. That should say something. That really should say something right there. Okay? When the vice president candidate for Donald Trump walked up to the reporters, they had nothing. No questions, no photos, no nothing. Not J.D. Vance, which you got a second to answer your question or two? Just nothing. The mainstream media isn't journalism. They're not investigative journalists that ask the hard-hitting questions. All right. Like, just off the top of my head, I'm not sure which way this happened, okay? It's like off the top of my head. Like, if J.D. Vance had walked, and I was a reporter, walked up, and I was sitting there waiting, for Harris to get off the plane to ask her a question, I would have been like, I just understood the question I was going to ask Kamala Harris. Ask him, like, what's your opinions on the government having to issue a correction on the estimated jobs number and crimes numbers? Or how about how the FBI has been, was caught recently not collecting data, including data of people that's used firearms to prevent crimes. They would not collect it and put it in the database of the crimes to push a narrative. I mean, really? There's all kinds of questions that a good, informed journalist could ask J.D. Vance or Kamala Harris or anybody. But if you've seen my earlier video about how the government's basically, well, since Abraham Lincoln's been taking control of the news, you probably know why, pretty much what political party is the dominant party in the government, in the positions you don't vote for and the positions you do vote for. Journalists pretty much won't say or do much to them. FCC ring a bell? Yeah. Alright. Just some things for you to think about. Such as when you're watching an interview. Alright, well, and you see how the person takes the question and gives off the sexual feel. Person isn't being really honest. No. Not at all. Not all on the slightest. Despite the fact, when John Stossel had Shatner on and he said how the Enterprise would get off the ground because of government bureaucracy, Shatner was like, of course it will get off the ground because I will be there. And he didn't ask the follow-up question, how would you being there help get a spaceship off the ground? But John Stossel's always been more of a light, casual interviewer. Alright. So there's that. But I will say this much, alright? I will say this much. Thanks to YouTube and Odyssey and other video sharing platforms existing, it's basically forcing platforms like YouTube that used to be the monopoly of video sharing to have to basically go, wait a minute, if we keep censoring people too aggressively, they'll upload somewhere else. So it's basically forcing them now to basically loosen up. Just like TikTok's recently come out, and I still ain't going to go. I'm not going to upload there. If you see my content on TikTok, somebody uploaded illegally. If I start posting my videos anywhere else other than this channel, right here on David's Pixel Playground, anywhere else other than YouTube right here, and I didn't do a video here mentioning it, alright, that was illegally uploaded. Okay, alright, so it's basically forcing them to go more neutral, middle of the ground now, because the people that actually will ask questions and try to report facts and tries to stay impartial will always get more eyeballs and more ears than the ones that basically just throws out emotional dribble. Alright? That's why channels like America Uncovered, China Uncensored, Joe Rogan, John Stossel, that tries to stay more politically neutral and unbiased, will pretty much always get more views than politically biased ones, because they try to stay unbiased, they try to stay neutral, they try to report just the facts. In the end, and that is why any platform, okay, that's pretty much not heavily moderated and it doesn't really censor one side or the other, will always end up being more conservative, because common sense, in the end of the day, will always be triumphant. At least that's what I always hope. That's why I try to keep videos like this one, like my Adventure Capitals. I always try to keep them stuff you can use in the future. That way, you know something. You know something from history that's still affecting today. Alright? I was originally going to have this be more... I do one, people put comments, then I kind of chip away at the comments, making ones that are like, yeah, I can make a video out of that, I'll make a video out of that. That's what was my original plan. Instead, it kind of just becoming this. Get on a soapbox and rant for 10, 20, 30 minutes. 8 minutes, 4 minutes. Alright. And that's what YouTube did now to the YouTube app. I might have to do an unexpected short recently. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Alright. As always. Did you miss me? I'm back. Still being me. Just change the mic settings. In OBS settings now. So it should sound better. As always. Let me know what you think. And those things for watching. Peace out. The comment section ain't going anywhere. Oh, funny story. The shorts, because by default Shorts has comments turned off, and that means I have to manually turn them on. Just to be a dick, I turn off automatic censorship on those, so you can put anything in those comments. Don't go nuts knowing that, please. It's not like I care anyways. As always, thank you for watching. Peace out, everyone.